Hi, so welcome everybody. Been a minute since I've been on here. So I just wanted to come on here and give some updates. Uh, there's been a lot going on. So exciting news. As many of you know, I'm the co-founder of Shelter App. And so we are gaining more and more followers, getting more providers to sign on. And I'm super excited about that because it just means more people are going to have access to the resources they need. And that to me is absolutely wonderful. There's also like the Bring America Home Now campaign, which is through National Coalition of the Homeless. And you can sign on to support that movement to end homelessness. But some very exciting news, okay? So I wrote a proposal for a conference in May. It'll be the National Healthcare for the Homeless Council's annual conference. And my proposal was picked. So I will be going to Phoenix in May to present on supportive strategies, TBI, and homelessness. And I am just like super excited to be able to, that I've gotten to a point after the brain injuries to where now I'm able to educate and help others in how to support people who have survived these injuries. So I was blown out of the water. I'm super excited about that. I think it's absolutely wonderful. And a lot of the work I've been doing has kind of left me unable to get out much because it's just been a lot. And I was thinking to myself, because like outreach stuff really hadn't been coming in, it's getting cold. We, the amount of people experiencing homelessness has probably doubled. It is absolutely unreal. And so we have like an encampment of 400 people down in one of the outlying areas. And, people are getting cold. It's winter. So I was thinking, okay, what can I do? And I was going through my craft bin and I saw some yarn. So I was like, okay, if I'm not getting stuff in to donate, then I will make something. So I'm going to show you what I've been up to. I made one blanket, but that's actually going to go to Paris. But here's the other one. And I want to show you, like, hold on. I got these things, these knitting needles. And I found that because I do crochet. And I got the knitting needles and I found that it kind of makes my hands go numb really quick. I have arthritis, and so I've got to be careful. And I think it has to do with my grip. So it's going to take me a while before I get good with the knitting needles, but I'll show you. I am learning some new stitches for crochet, and I'm super excited. And to be able to make these is super exciting. But as soon as I'd started making them, of course, a shipment comes in. And thank you to Michael Smith, who sent a big thing of blankets, and those will be going out to keep people warm for the winter. That made me super excited. So we're going to pair the blanket hopefully I can make some more. I've also got to make some for presents as well. But I'm going to pair it with this one and it'll go out. It's just wonderful to see that, um, people still are really about, helping those that are experiencing homelessness right now. But I want to show you something cool. And I don't know if you can see this stitch. Let's see. I'll pull it a little closer. Might be the lighting. So like this, can you even see it really? You can't see it really well because I use white yarn. But this right here is a Tunisian crochet stitch. And I absolutely am in love with the way it looks. And I just did that along this. The rest of them are just like double crochets. But this one I'm super excited to learn more about and make some stuff with that. So super excited. And the reason I switched to crochet is because I found as well that, it's however I can spend my time, and I do enjoy crocheting and I enjoy painting, but however I can spend my time and make it something that is helping people who need it. And so in that vein, this fundraiser came up called Knit and Fundraise for St. Jude's. So while I'm making the blanket, I also have a fundraiser going on Facebook to earn, and it's cool because you can, like, you do the fundraiser and you knit or crochet stuff, but also the materials that you make, you can then donate to anybody you want. So it's like a twofer. Wonderful, win-win. Love it. But having that box of blankets come in while I was doing that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like the universe sees. I'm telling you, it was just absolutely amazing. Viviani, wishing you the best in everything you set your heart to do. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's been pretty good. Um, so in the United States, the holiday known as Thanksgiving, I guess the holiday formerly known as Thanksgiving, because really we need to address the fact that that came about through colonization and was really just a holiday that was really played up. But what we do is it's a family and friends day, right? So my daughters did theirs down south, and um, my son was here with me. So I made some cranberry sauce. We made all sorts of yummy stuff. It was really good. Some delicata squash. Yeah, just like all this stuff. And I absolutely loved having it there. And then my friend Pierce came by, and that was like absolutely lovely. Lovely. Blah. So let's see. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. I was just really excited about getting to present at this conference, and really, I really want to help people understand that there are, you know, really good strategies that you can use to either support yourself after a traumatic brain injury or a loved one. How do you support someone, or, somebody who is working with those experiencing homelessness? Like, what are the supports they need? So I was really, really excited about that. Let's see. There was some other stuff, and I'm trying to remember. Well, I think there is more. I just like it kind of went out of my mind because I wanted to like share all that with you guys. Um, so yeah, it's things have been going really well, and even so much so, I like haven't really been decorating for holidays much, and so I finally like broke down and was like, I went on our local like buy nothing group and was like, hey, does anybody, because even if it's like parts of an old tree, I can like put it together, because like things are tight for everybody right now, right? So I was like, well, if somebody's got something old, like even the parts, I can put it together. But I am going to decorate for Christmas this year the inside of the house, and it will be merry and it will be lovely. And so somebody answered me, and not only um because I said on the thing, I was like, I don't have a vehicle, so like it would have to be dropped off, and I know that that's like a hard no for a lot of people, but they are going to drop off a Christmas tree to me tomorrow. And I was like, yay. Like, how absolutely amazing and wonderful is life right now. Right. um so yeah, things are going well. Again, oh, and I forgot another little snippet of good news. So when I was first like coming out of homelessness, I was doing a lot of reading up on like chemical exposure to pollution while somebody is, unhoused or is living outside, and kind of what that does to the body, cardiovascular wise, neurologically. I'm kind of put together a paper. And so myself and Vicky from One Health have been asked to present to the UW Department of Ecology on exactly how that could affect somebody that's living in that. And so I am really excited about that as well. Um, haven't heard much out of Laura. Laura has been not really doing well right now. But as always, I love her to death, and I just let her take her time, and it's just it's scary, right? I think when somebody kind of starts slowing down and they have stage 4 cancer, it just it's scary. And so I'm just like holding my heart with that, and just giving myself grace to like understand, because as her friend, I would love to spend every waking minute with her, but I know that she's got, healing to do. Let's see. Um, Other than that, I've been doing like a lot of what you would kind of boring work, data validation, making sure that entries that are going into Shelter app are okay, meeting after meeting about crisis after crisis. And I'm not laughing because that's funny. I'm laughing because it's just at this point, um, things are very ridiculous. Like to be to have such a large population of people who literally are sleeping on the streets, getting killed on the streets, and we're even entering or considering in our minds to send money other places to kill people. Like that blows that. I guess it doesn't blow my mind because I know, but it just I I'm blown away by the fact of we continue to let people slip into abject poverty and then wonder why they can't crawl out while knowing nothing about it. But interestingly enough, there was and if you Google it or whatever, but there a White House report came out on the social determinants of health. So that's social determinants of health, and look it up. It's I think it's the playbook, White House playbook for social determinants of health. But that was super great. Now I think if we could follow some semblance of those models in that playbook, we'd be doing great. So it's got to become like more talk, and honestly, we need to put more effort towards it as society, and that's everywhere. This is not a United States problem. This is a global problem, and I just I know people are tired, and everybody is really going through it. Um, and as things progress with climate change, it's going to become even more. So I just I wish everybody could just be gracious and kind to one another, knowing that we are all on this crazy, insane journey, and none of us got prior information. There was no rule book, and none of us got this like specialized info on how to make it work. So, walking with grace, and just and having that understanding that we don't know what somebody might be going through, or you know yeah, what somebody might be going through. So that's really, I just wanted to kind of update you guys and show my blanket, right? Like, look at this thing, guys. Like, look, it's like pretty cool. So yeah, I was super excited about that, and absolutely had to come on and say thank you to Michael for providing those other blankets. And also, if you are able to, and I say that with understanding that we are all going through a hard time right now, but if you are able to, I do have ways to support this channel. There's a PayPal, Cash App, but there's also, if you look down there, there is an outreach wish list. Now, that outreach wish list has things that people who are outside need. And, while I'm not a 501c3 yet, if you have the opportunity, really it is winter, and there are people in tents, and there are people who have undergone, like the asylum seekers have undergone just unimaginable pain and terror to reach here just to be sleeping in a tent. And it just breaks my heart. So anything you can do, take a look at that wish list. I will be trying to update it more frequently. Um, and yeah, and if that's not your thing, there are other ways to support. And if all you can do is do a shout out and say hello, do that. Like, subscribe, um, check with your local community. And if you ever need, like, hey, I'm looking for a good organization to put my time, let me know. I work with several organizations that are absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to come on here and just update you guys. I hope you were all well. I know I haven't been on here. I've been so like procrastination, and then when I got into the crocheting, it zones me out, right? Like it's a very mindful task. So I just like kind of zone in on the task and like process things much slower, and like it's neat. It's great. And um the painting is also like that. So yeah, that's really all I had to say, and to wish everybody a happy holidays. I hope to come on here before um, the end of December holidays, but I don't know. And usually when I come on, I want to have something to say. And most of the time, it's meetings, 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 data entry, speaking engagements, things like that. So it's not like super exciting. Pachow. It's just kind of doing everything in my power to do whatever I can to, make sure people survive. And that when they do get into housing, that we give them the opportunity to not just survive, but thrive, come through that with healing. I think that's really important because it's definitely a trauma. Omar, hello. I have pretty much said everything that I was going to say. So I wish you all the best, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.